Okay, ratio proportion review. So first we have, they labeled it for us, but we have 5 cats, 4 birds, 2 dogs. Ratios for each in simplified form: cats, 5, 2 birds, 4. Those cannot be reduced, so we're at our base. Birds, 4, 2 dogs, 2. That can be reduced to 2, 2, 1. C, cats, 5 to dogs, 2. Cannot be reduced. Birds, 4 to cats, 5. Cannot be reduced. Dogs, 2 to total, 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11. 2 to 11 cannot be reduced. Cats, 5 to total, 11, cannot be reduced. Dogs, 2 to cats and birds, that is an addition. Cats, 5, birds, 4, 2 to 9 is already reduced. Cats, 5 to birds and dogs. Birds are 4, dogs are 2, 5 to 6, that's already reduced. Which of the following is a true statement about Deborah's pets? The ratio of cats, 5 to total, 11, is 1 to 2. No, that is not true. The ratio of dogs, 2 to birds, 4, is 1 to 2. That is true because 2 to 4 is equivalent to 1 to 2. The ratio of birds, 4 to cats, 5, is 5 to 4. That's not true because it's what we read first, we write first. That's the opposite. Your answer should be B. If she continues to acquire pets at this rate, how many dogs would she have if she had 12 birds? So let's set this up. Dogs and birds. We know from the top she had 2 dogs to 4 birds. How many dogs if we have 12 birds? So I am looking for dogs. I can find a base. My base would be 1 to 2. I need to know from my base to 12, what's my scale factor? Times 6. So 1 times 6 is D. D equals 6, meaning she has 6 dogs if she has 12 birds. Number 4, a recipe for pancakes requires 3 eggs and makes 12 pancakes. What is the ratio of pancakes to eggs? Now that I know it's a ratio, it's what I read first, I write first. Pancakes are 12 to eggs 3. My base, if I divide by 3, divide by 3, I get 4 to 1. My base is not here. This is the opposite, so my answer must be A. Number 5. An animal shelter currently has 20 cats, 25 dogs. What is the ratio of cats to dogs? Well, what I read first, I write first. 20 cats to 25 dogs. Find my base. I can divide by 5, divide by 5. 4 to 5 is my base. 5 to 4 is backwards. 4 to 5, yes. 4 to 9, no. My answer is B. The ratio of boys to girls in Miss Smith's class is 4 to 5. 4 boys to 5 girls. Which of the following could be the actual number of boys and girls in her class? So what I read first, I write first. Boys are 4, girls are 5. If I have 12 to 15, that would be 12 boys, 15 girls. Find my scale factor, times 3, times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 3 is 15. Those are equivalent, that's a maybe. If I had 4 to 5, where we started, and I would have 20 to 16. 4 times what is 20? Times 5. That means that 5 times 5 must be 16. That is not true. 4 to 5 and 16 to 15. Your scale factor, 4 times 4 is 16, which means 5 times 4 must be 15. That is not true. So my answer is A. Number 7, Manuel's heart beats 9 times per 10 seconds. About how many times would Manuel's heart beat in 180 seconds? So what I read first, I write first. It beats 9 times in 10 seconds. How many times does his heart beat in 180 seconds? Find your scale factor, times 18. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. B equals 162. My answer is C. Number 8, how much would 3 pounds of mangoes cost? Use the table below. Well, they give me 4 pounds and $12, but I need to figure out my base. I need to know, how do I get from 4 to 1? And same to get back to 1 here. So if I divide by 4 and divide by 4, I get 1 pound and $3. 2 pounds would be $6. 3 pounds, $9. Because my scale factor goes from 1 times 2, so 3 times 2, 1 times 3, 3 times 3, 1 times 4, 3 times 4, and that works out all the way. So what did they ask? How much would 3 pounds of mangoes cost? They were asking for this information here. 3 pounds of mangoes would cost $9. $12 was 4 pounds. $3 was 1 pound. $9, 3 pounds. My answer is C. Number 9, they're not even asking me to answer. I'm just simply setting it up. 7 hours of babysitting. I made $59.50. So 7 hours, $59.50. Which of the following proportions could be used to find how many hours, H, to make $85? So I'm looking at A. I have hours and money. Hours and money. There's my maybe. I have money and hours. Hours and money. No. I have hours and money. Hours and money, but they're flip-flop. No. Because this is saying we worked 7 hours and made $85. That would not be correct. So my answer is A. 10. We're checking how to set it up again. We have 1 teacher for every 15 students. 1 teacher, 15 students. There are 630 students, so 630 goes at the bottom. We need to find X, the number of teachers. So I'm comparing to A. A is not set up correctly. It has the missing number over 15. So that's not my answer. B, 1 over 15 to missing number over 630. That's a possibility. C has students to teacher and then teachers to students. That's not correct. My answer is B. I have Josie's horse that eats about 2 bales of hay every 5 days. So here I have hay, bales, 2, 5 days. About how many, forgot that, in 31 days? Well, about, I can't get to 31 evenly. About means I'm going to get close, so I'm going to get to 30. Find my scale factor. 5 times 6 is 30. 2 times 6, I'm looking for hay bales. My bales of hay, B equals 12. My answer is C. 12, Sally seamstress bought 5 yards of trim. For a tablecloth, she was making how many inches of trim? So I have 5 yards. How many inches of trim did she buy? Well, if I have 1 yard, that's 36 inches. 5 yards would be how many inches? Well, 1 to 5 is times 5. 36 times 5 is 180 inches. Turn the page. 13, a recent survey showed that 3 out of every 8 7th graders at Cy-Fair Middle School buy lunch in the cafeteria every day. So I have 3 that buy lunch out of 8 7th graders. If there are 304 7th graders, how many buy lunch? So I'm looking for L lunch, 304. I need to find my scale factor. What times 8? The fastest way is to divide. So that's times 38. So 3 times 38. L equals 114 by lunch. On a map of Texas, the scale is 2 centimeters equals 100 miles. The distance from Houston to Lubbock is 8 centimeters. What's the actual distance in miles? So I have 2 centimeters for 100 miles. If I have 8 centimeters, how many miles? Let's find our scale factor. Times 4. Whatever I do to the top, I do to the bottom. Miles would equal 400. 15, Miss Rogers has over 100 students in her class. For every 12 boys, she has 8 girls. Which of the following is an equivalent ratio of boys to girls? So I've got boys at 12, girls at 8. First, let's find our base. I can divide. They both have a 4 in common. So that would be 3 boys to 2 girls. That would also be 6 to 4, 9 to 6. These are boys, these are girls. So this one matches. C. This one looked true at first, but they're flip-flopped. So that could not be my answer. This is also flip-flopped, so that could not be my answer. 16 is a bonus. I'm going to let you try that on your own. 17, 18, and 19 are not required that you do. Good luck on your test tomorrow.